session here is going to be a lightning round of conversation. This is set up for some podcast. This podcast is going to be curated. We're doing most of the interviews over there. But I'd like to be able to introduce to you a young man that we met. That Carter Foundation met almost 7 years ago at Santa Monica College. And this program that we want to put together as a podcast really is going to focus on mentorship. And so, without further ado, I want to introduce you to Shoni Doe.
Hi everyone, my name is Shoni Doe. Thanks again, Kevin, for introducing me. So, in today's panel, what we're in this little lightning round here is we just want to succinctly explore mentorship and designing and creating new programs that would fast-track mentorship in a way that is also a production. It's built. It's like a reality TV show, but at the same time, it's mentoring kids into doing actual productions and projects on the fly with their mentors as mentees. And that's the whole idea. So, with that being said, thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. I want to introduce you guys our panel members. So right here we have three people coming from ADG, the Arts Directors Guild, and then right over there on the end is our wonderful artist who works alongside Lamar for Cyber. So I'm going to go ahead and pass along to you guys to introduce those.
Hello. Hello. Yeah. Hello everyone. My name is Mo, and I'm a production designer with ADG. I'm here to enlighten you all on what we do, because a lot of people don't know that we actually exist. But we're here, and we make films.
Hello everyone, my name is Dionisio Tafoya. I am also with the Art Directors Guild. I'm their Chair of Professional Development, and I also work with a lot of educational opportunities on the outside world. We have an organization called Creating Creators.
Hi. Hello, my name is Shelley Wallace. I am an art director and set designer with the Art Directors Guild. I work with these fine gentlemen designing sets for film and television. I've been almost in this industry for 30 years. I'm also advisory board member of something called Kids in the Spotlight, creating pathways for foster youth, telling their stories through film. I'm also on the board of Art Directors Guild, and yeah, I came from architecture and from New York. I've got my Queens right here, so big ups to Queens.
My name is Janelle Cleary. I'm the Chief Executive Officer for 3 different companies. Silent Cloud is one, so pretty much no problem. Silent Cloud, creating new innovative spots. Chief Strategy Officer for Illusion Factory, work with all second sector reform workers, pictures, Disney, you name it, we have it. Also created my own game, taking it to that Web3 that she mentioned earlier. So yeah, so that's what we've been doing for a while. And but the good thing about it, communicating and working with people. Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you guys so much. The question I want to pose as someone who is not only mentee of Kevin and Jay, in terms of getting myself up to speed on just being used to working on flies and working in environments that are fast-paced, where you might not know all the information, but you got to go in there and try your best to work with a group you might have just met or been working with for a long time, and working with your interest to make something happen, a project happen. And passing this frame to you guys, when it comes to mentorship and working in that kind of environments that you're working in, what are some of the key things that you have learned and that you would see if you were to become a mentor to someone like you already are? What are those key things that you would keep, that you would instill into them?
Wow, jab at it. So something that I didn't mention, I have a background in architecture as well. And I work with a nonprofit here. It's called SMP Rise. And what we do is mentor students who won't get a chance to know what a production designer is or a costume designer. So we pair ourselves with these individuals, and from there, we create short film. So one thing that I think as a mentor we have to be conscious of is that we all have a start. Most sets or most productions, everyone acts as if they woke up with all this wealth of knowledge, but you had a start. So humble yourself and be a bank of knowledge for people under you to just come to and get all this knowledge that they wouldn't have ever had if it wasn't provided. So that's something I would contribute.
I guess I'll just take the next step. I left out a lot of stuff as well. So I mentioned Creating Creators. This is an organization that I recently got involved with and helped develop an education program to do specific outreach. I'm teaching at a continuation school right now, and I introduced a program called Digital Immersive Design and Modeling. And what we're doing is we're teaching students at the high school level how to capture via LiDAR scanning and photogrammetry, and how to bring those elements into like Blender. And we're taking a very naturalistic approach so that they can kind of work with what they already understand. And what I'm doing is I'm encouraging them to give me the answers, because they already have, they're already like primed with social media, they're already primed with digital surroundings, and I'm asking them to kind of dive deep. Mentorship-wise, I'm taking like an approach to find out where they're at and lead them to the path. My background started out in actual fabrication and construction, and I've worked all the way through the film industry, going into digital environments now. So I try to use those as examples to the students.
I want to give the answer of mentorship in two parts. The first part is as a mentor. I had a mentor. I was very lucky. I came through architecture like Mo and came to California and ended up in the film industry. But the training I had coming from an architecture school, a lot of discipline, a lot of projects, but finding a mentor has to do with communication. So the second part of mentorship is for the mentee, communication, communication, communication. You have to follow through, you have to reach out, you have to keep talking, you have to make eye contact, you have to make phone calls. Sometimes the phone has to be put down. Sometimes the phone has to be put down. And that is a skill we are losing. So the key to success is, looking at people, listening to people, recalling what they say, and making that relationship like family. You don't lose touch. Even when you're riding high and you get that job, don't forget the mentor. So the whole idea behind mentorship, and the reason why I do these kind of things is you always are learning. So you're never big enough to forget or not be able to gain knowledge that can help you. And it's so fulfilling once you've overcome something to reach back to the community and pull up somebody, because it's still, gaslighting is real. They don't care what you do. It's real, constant, and we have to constantly remember that we are still carrying our people with us and trying to open those pathways.
Thank you so much, sir. Close this off.
Well, kind of like I was saying, how you want to get things started. I'm usually the person where you get things that comes, it's a big old mess. You get all these calls, everybody want this, want that, and nobody knows what they want. So I'm just like, okay, they just have an idea here, an idea there. So I'm just like, okay, the first thing you want to do is organize. No matter what you do, make sure things are organized. Not like when you was high school, little kid, everything's everywhere, you want to let you know where stuff is. You have to literally take the weakest link that you have, and you're going to have information about all these. Always, always, always. How can I fix this? How can I make myself awesome? And just like, I take that approach that French guy took. He didn't know how to do anything. He locked himself in a room for like 24, 48 hours until he mastered that, and the next day he knows exactly how to do it. He's telling the people who've been doing it for years and years and years, this is how you do it, this is how this is. So when you get these things, literally take your time, organize it out, talk to the people who do this and whatever they do. So this is the word of mouth, being strong. So talk to the people on your team, who's good at this? You want to find out who's good at that. Okay, you take this, you take that. Don't try to be a one-man show. It will not work, I guarantee you. your team means everything. And people around you have to have that strong connection. I don't mean just like business-wise, ask them how their day going, what's going on, so you can actually grow. Not by yourself, but as a team.
All right, thank you guys so much again for this lightning round. I learned so much just from this. I hope someone from the audience took something away, some golden nugget. And I hope that we can continue this conversation more in depth. And thanks again for being a part of this time. Thank you.